beautiful Detroit, Michigan. I want to welcome you to our next generation CEO business opportunity. Before we get started, I want to give a special shout out to all of our VIP guests here on the line tonight. Special shout out to all of our doctors, our pastors, our lawyers, and professional athletes, to all of our real estate agents, moms and dads and students, and everyone here on the line tonight. We're so excited, and we want to welcome you to the launch of the next big thing in business. You see, historically speaking, those who have positioned themselves at the beginning or close to the beginning of an industry launching have been able to earn hundreds, thousands, even millions of dollars. Why? Because they were positioned correctly. As we continue, I want you to think about Ray Kroc, who launched the first McDonald's franchise, Garrett Camp, who launched Uber, and Reed Hastings, who launched Netflix. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight you are in position to be in front of something truly amazing. You will have the same opportunity to be first, just like some of those who came before you, but I'm not going to be the one to share that information with you. It is my privilege and honor to introduce to you a young lady who positioned herself with a company in the initial stages of voice over internet protocol. And because of this, she earned a six-figure income and was awarded the company car. In her next project, she positioned herself at the end of a huge project in the world of travel. And during this time, she was able to amass dozens and dozens of $1,000 bonuses, and she earned thousands and thousands of dollars in overrides. This young lady, she also positioned herself to earn four 10K plus bonuses, and the plus, ladies and gentlemen, means more and more overrides. In addition to that, she was able to earn the $50,000 challenge, which houses the coveted $25,000 bonus, and you hear more about that later as we go along. But get this, she's also mentored a few other people as well. One is Leslie Johnson. And you've heard her name throughout this course, maybe if you've talked to us before, but she's coached several other people. This young lady, she also wears the Wealth Builder's ring, and this ring is only worn by about a dozen people in her company, and this ring signifies that she's earned anywhere from between $100,000 and a penny shy of $250,000. Ladies and gentlemen, as we turn the corner on this launch of this brand new product, I want you to know that this young lady, she was sitting right where you guys are just 2.5 short years ago. So without any further delay, please help me welcome to the line. She's my top producing marketing director. She's my friend and my coach and so much more. She's been traveling the road, not recently, but she's been traveling the road getting nuggets for us, and she's been very busy. She's here tonight to help each and every one of us go to that next level. Let me tell you, she is the one and only Coach JP, Ms. Janice Parker. Take it away, Coach.
Excellent, Miss Rhonda. Thank you so very much. As usual, an excellent job, and always on standby, champions. I'll call her like at the very last minute and say, "Hey, Rhonda, I need you to do this," and she's always there. And that is just the mark of a true champion. Welcome to our presentation. I'm so excited to have you on tonight. And I want to have, before I go into what we want to show you, let me express to you a little bit about why you're here, okay, and what our purpose is in even sharing this information actually with you. And I want to take you through a little bit of my journey so that you understand that the place you're in right now, while it's different than anything else that we've ever dealt with, you've been invited to a place that can really change your whole entire life, you know? So for the purpose of this particular webinar, with us understanding, and I heard from a mentor last night, Dr. Christopher Coakley, and he said something on a call that I found was profound. Now, as we are looking for and seeking cures, and we're doing what we've got to do with the social distancing and the cleaning and the sanitizing and all of those things, you know, there are a lot of people who are being laid off. I was speaking to Miss Gwendolyn Young earlier, and her daughter works for Marriott, and I want to say Marriott has has furloughed 90,000, laid off 400,000 people worldwide. And so what Dr. Christopher Coakley said is the reason we're here, and we came up with a slogan for this launch that Rhonda was telling you about called Healing Nation. And he said the reason you guys are here and what you need to do right now is you need to go out and do just that and heal nations. He said because there are going to be far more people who will be affected financially from this particular crisis than will be affected, health-wise. And we're praying that nobody else is affected health-wise. But there are some other collateral damage, and that's going to be in the form of people who just don't have enough money to make their ends meet. So our purpose here with you tonight is not that we are insensitive to what's going on. It is because we are oversensitive to what's going on. We understand that right now, people are afraid and wondering. I was talking to my sister, and my sister said, people are saying that most Americans are 4 to 6 paychecks away from being homeless. She says, no, some of us are 1 paycheck away from being homeless. And that is very true. So there are people out there who have financial concerns, and their question is, I don't have a plan B to back up my plan A. I have all my eggs in one basket. What am I supposed to do? And so I put in the topic of this particular presentation, and like on Facebook, I put that, Grandma answered the question to this a long time ago. And I don't know if you guys ever heard it. If you're really young, maybe not. But a lot of us have heard Grandma say, God bless the child that has his own. You guys ever heard that? Now, if you're really young, you may not understand that. But my grandmother, who used to be the help, before I was born was the help, decided a few years before I was actually born that she was going to strike out and be her own business person. She figured if she could clean one house for one family, she could clean multiple houses for multiple families and create some extra income. And from that point, from telling the lady that she worked for, I'm not coming in anymore, this is my last day, to the day that she went home to glory, my grandmother was an entrepreneur. God bless the child that has its own. See, for a lot of us out there, making up extra money is not going to come in the form of a part-time job. We understand that, right? We understand that we can't go and get a part-time job now because the jobs are actually laying people off or letting people go or scaling back. So what do you do when there's nowhere to go to create that extra income? Well, that's where we come in, and that's why you've been invited to this particular webinar tonight, is because we want to share with you a way that you literally can create some income in your home. You don't have to leave your home to do what we do. Now, ideally, that would be great, but this is just not the time. And so what we're looking for are one of two things. We're looking for that person who says, listen, I just need some extra part-time income. I need to create an extra $500, $1,000, $1,500, maybe $2,000 extra income per month. That's just what I need to do. But we're also looking for people who are saying, listen, I need a whole career change. That person would be similar to me. I need to be able to create a 6-figure income, and I want to be able to do that on my own terms. It doesn't matter where you come from. See, I came through something called a recession, as most of you remember. I was one of those business owners that you heard about, that the whole business closed down. Now, my business partner and I were actually in automobile sales. And so we were, the two hardest hit industries, of course, were cars and houses. And my business partner and I had built a dynasty, $21 million a year in annual sales, strong 6-figure income for me, even stronger 6-figure income for him. Very nice houses. We drove the best of cars. We were selling Mercedes, BMWs, Jaguar, Lamborghinis, and Bentleys and all that stuff anyway. But we worked a lot, but it was our own business. And we really thought when we expanded our dealership, because the bank had loaned us $2.5 million, that we really kind of had the bull by the horns, But we forgot again what Grandma said. And Grandma said, don't put all your eggs where? In one basket. So consequently, champions, while our business plan included everything that could go wrong and how we would fix it, it did not include a recession. And when the recession actually hit, champions, I was one of those people that literally lost everything. We lost the business 33 months after our bank filed bankruptcy first. They forced us out of business because Grandma used to say stuff rolls downhill, right? So 33 months later, we gone from sugar to people who had it really going on to sugar, honey, iced tea to people that in their business couldn't even clear a $500 check. Now, I tell you that to say this. At that point in time, when I knew that there was nobody that was hiring in the middle of a recession, right? What I looked to was network marketing. And you heard Rhonda say I partnered with a company. I was able to earn 6 figures in that company. I was able to earn the company car. And family, quite like Dr. Christopher Copeland says, most of us are not in the same industry the second time that there is a situation like what we face today. A little bit different, but it still has the same economic impact on a lot of people. So tonight, my goal is very simple. My goal is to show you how to be in business for yourself. So please write that down, okay? And if you're on this line and this is the first time you've actually ever heard me, if you're on Facebook, put a 1 down in the chat. If you're in here on the Zoom webinar, just put a 1 in the chat or put first, whatever you would like to put, because I like to know who I'm actually talking to. Who are those of you that are looking? And again, this is a probable solution. You know, it may be for you, it may not be. Nobody's going to twist your arm in order to, have you see what we see. But the fact of the matter is, champions, is I want to show you how to be in business for yourself, not just for now. Not just for now. See, because what I did, years ago will take me through what we're going through right now. What I want to do is put you in a position where this not only benefits you and your family now, but for years to come. Is that fair enough? So we're going to talk about creating some extra income right from home. It may look like I'm on a ship. I am not. This is my lazy boy, and that's a backdrop, right? So I'm at home. I just wanted something nice behind me. That's all. So we're going to dive into actually you being in business for yourself, you taking grandma's advice of God bless the child that has its own. And I want to just share with you how you're able to create some significant extra income, right from the comfort of your home. But before I share the slides, let me preface it real quick. Let me move the elephant out the room, okay? It is network marketing. Key word being work, meaning you're going to have to allow us to help you. You're going to have to put in some effort. The difference between the work that I did for the shipyard at 8 hours a day and even the work I did in my dealership for 14 to 15 hours a day is that this will exponentially grow. We're not talking about adding to your income. We're talking about your income exponentially growing, which is a difference. However, I want you to remember the word work. It is network marketing. So let's dive straight into a little bit about how we are actually going to help you create some commissions. Now, one of the things that I want you to understand is we're talking about serious income, and everything I'm about to share with you, with the exception of the next to the last slide, right? Somebody in our company has already accomplished it. Now, we're going to talk about you earning marketing commissions, helping other people, right? Either like you that want to make an extra $500 to $2,000, or like you that want a whole new career change, either one. But by you being a benefactor to those people, I'm going to share with you how you can build a strong weekly and even monthly income. So let's dive straight into some information. First of all, again, we're not looking to hire anyone, okay? We think that's great to have and keep your W-2. But what we want to add to your platform is something that we call a 1099. And what a 1099 is, champions, a 1099 is a document that shows that you are subcontractor, you are we have a parent company, you're an independent business owner. That's what a 1099 actually does. Now, the difference between our business and my dealership, okay, I'm going to just kind of parallel that so that you understand. In my business, in the dealership, we were never open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Why? Because we were one entity in one place, in one city, in one state, in one country. Your business will go worldwide, and you don't have to leave home for it to do that. That's pretty cool, right? You will get paid to do what you're already doing. And I'm going to share with you how you refer people to things now. And there's you never thought about it, but there's no equitable exchange for that information. But now there will be. We're going to show you how to be your own boss and have flexibility. One of the things about the dealership is I was in at 7. I didn't leave till 11. And I was back at 7. You know what I mean? I had to follow that schedule. And in this one, if you're home right now, you can do it as many hours as you want. But when you go back to work, you can work it around whatever your schedule is because you have flexibility. at my dealership, and I loved every single one of my employees. They were the most loyal, especially when we started to fold. They stood by our side to the very, very last day. Matter of fact, the very last meeting was in my home, where what the money we had left, we were splitting it between and giving it to our employees. But the beautiful thing here is, as much as I love them, you don't have to manage employees. It's going to be you running your business. You are the CEO, right, of your company. The other thing that was different, you know, from our company back then with a traditional dealership to being able to work from home is we didn't necessarily have unlimited income potential, nor did we have multiple streams of income. At the dealership, we sold a car, we got a check, right? We sold another car and we got another check. But we never had an opportunity to create multiple streams of income. Here, I'm going to show you how doing some simple tasks will create not just one check for you, but 2 checks and 3, but there are multiple streams of income that are going to flow into your household. Now, the dealership, even though we started it with no experience really was required, because some of the things, the stumbling blocks that we hit while we were growing our business, we would not have hit had there been somebody who said, hey, we've got a dealership. Come on, let us tell you about what you need to do and what you need to avoid. See, here, we're going to provide you with that experience. You are not going to be in business. You're going to be in business for yourself, but you're never going to be in business by yourself. And the reason for that is because you're going to have not only mentors, we actually, come with your business package. So we're going to be here with you. And you're going to find that the powerful thing about our comp plan is that your success is directly related, or our success is directly related to your success. So you're going to have artificial coaching, right? It's going to come straight to your cell phone, but you're also going to have us, right? You're going to have us who are literally going to kind of grab you by the hand and walk you step by step by step through the process. And I see that I've got a couple people that have raised their hands. I don't know if you're saying hallelujah or raising your hand, but if you'll drop the message in the chat, Rhonda will watch the chat for me and make sure that I get all of your questions answered. And so those are some of the benefits. Now, another reason we call it the perfect business is because at the dealership, we were not able to write off everything, right? We were able to write off a few things, but when you're a S corporation or a C corporation following a Schedule K, you don't have as many tax deductions. Champions, you're going to have, and we're going to provide you with a tracking system, because you're going to have a lot of tax write-offs. And I'm going to recommend this particular book. It's called "It's How Much You Keep That Counts, Not How Much You Make." It is by Dr. Ronald Mueller, okay? And he talks in his book about how you can increase your tax return just by being in business, how the government wants to pay you an extra $3,000 to $4,000 to $5,000 extra on your tax return just because you're in business. What they're looking for is that you work 4 to 6 hours a week in your business. This is an hour. What they're looking for is that you attempt to make a profit and that you keep good records, and we're going to make sure that you do that. And so, champions, that is a lot of difference between a traditional business where we invested millions of dollars versus the business that you are looking at right now, right? All of this is in one place that you're looking at right now, champions, because we get to do it right from our home. So what do we do? Well, champions, we offer 2 products. And the 2 products are, one, there's a membership product that we offer, and I'll cover that in a few minutes. And then there's what we call, it's a membership product with some reward credits, and then we offer, a couple of other products that are income-producing products as well. Those are not what we want to focus on right now, although I will cover what it is in just a minute. We're not going to focus on it right this second. The focus is to put some money in your pocket, yes or yes? Yes. So whether we were selling pencils, right, or lemonade, as long as we can put a few $1,000s extra in your pocket or even create another 6-figure income for you, that's kind of the purpose. So I want you to remember, what we're offering you is a business opportunity. Now, our first goal is very simple. It is to get you to qualify for a $1,000 bonus. That's exactly right, Kristen, a $1,000 bonus. Now, how are we going to do that? So you're in business, okay? Our goal is to help you help at first 3 other people to be in business for themselves. Get it? Because there are other people, families, you don't have to look hard, right, to find people who are wondering, where is my next check coming from? Well, you help 3 of those people start their own business. What are they going to do? start their own business just like you. The company is going to pay you a referral bonus of $30 per person. Now, what's so great about what I'm sharing with you, family, is you will not just get paid on those people one time, but multiple times. But I'll cover that in a second. In addition to that, they're also making some deposits, right, of $284 into this bonus bank for you. Now, once you have those first three, are going to qualify to become something called a team builder. Get back with the person that invited you, and they'll explain that to you. But now that you're a team builder, when we help you refer 4 other persons, and they say, yes, I want to be in business for myself too, now because you're a team builder, you earn $50 commissions for each of those persons. Plus, the company's deposited $284 into a bonus bank on your behalf for helping them see how to be in business for themselves. Well, when you have 7 guys, that bonus bank is right at $1,000, and the company cuts you a check for $1,000. Your total income for letting us help you help other people around the world that need to be in what? Business for themselves is going to be right at $1,290. Now, we've had people do this, like Leslie Johnson did it in 7 days. Rayshawn Robinson did it in 7 days. It took me all 30. Right? It took me all 30. And we've had some people that have taken as much as 6 months. It really depends on who? You. And how many people you're willing to reach out to help see that they can also be in what? In business for themselves. Now, here's where it gets really, really good. Because once you are a team builder, now you start to earn income whether you did the work or not. I want you to write that down. Write down or not. I'm going to talk to you a lot going forward about some or not money, okay? Because one of the things that Warren Buffett says or does is Warren Buffett has his hand in hundreds of businesses. He and Dr. Sir Richard Branson, that owns Virgin Mobile, Virgin Records, Virgin Air, they have their hands in multiple businesses. But champions, they're not working 8-hour days in each of those businesses. They figured out a way to get paid a little bit from each of those businesses. Well, what are you helping to set people up in? Business. And because you're helping to set them up in business, you're going to get a little piece, not as big as their piece, but you get a little piece. So remember those first 3 over to the left were called your fast start teams. These first 4 fell into what we call your team builder group. Okay, so write that down. Your team builder group. So these 4 are in your team builder group. Now, what are you going to help them to do? Well, just like we help you to get the team builder so that you can start earning the $1,000 bonuses I'm about to share with you, your goal is to help them to get the team builder so they can start earning the $1,000 bonuses. You see that? See, when you help them make money, you're going to make more money. Watch this. So let's just say this first young man, I don't know, maybe he worked at Marriott and he was furloughed for 90 days, right? So we helped him to bring on his first 3. Now you see that $1,000 bonus that just popped over there, right? It pops up over there, over to the left. And you'll be saying to yourself, well, why do I have a $1,000 bonus? And I'm just going to kind of write this up here so that you see it, right? Every time, right? Every time 7 sales falls into your team builder group, whether you did the work or not, you earn a $1,000 bonus. So when you had those 4 and he added 3, 4 plus 3 is 7. So that gave you a $1,000 bonus. But now he's a team builder too. So these 4 people were his 4 that he helped get started in business for themselves. Now when he helps them, he'll earn a $1,000 bonus just like you. Got it? So every time, champions, 7 sales falls into your team builder group. And I'm going to show you in this particular example, you're not personally reaching out to help somebody else get started in business. You're literally helping them reach out to help people. But every time 7 sales falls into your team builder group, with your help or without, you're going to earn a $1,000 bonus. So Coach JP, what you're saying is now that we help each person get their 3 in their fast start team, so that their team, they actually are, team builders as well, they too can earn the same money. And the answer to that is yes. So I say that and I emphasize it twice simply because I never want anybody to feel that somebody else is making money that they can't make. This is an even playing field. Now, it could be that this young man outworks me, which means he would get more $1,000 bonuses than I would. In other words, nobody keeps anybody else down. The harder you work, the more you make, which I think is a very, very fair platform. Now, the company has paid you $1,000 every time 7 hit your group. Well, after a certain point in time, like 14 times, your group will be 100 in your team builder team. Well, when your group hits 100 in your team builder team, the company will cut you a check for $10,000 once you've held that for 2 months. Now, that's not a bad life, because if you look at it, what I've just said to you is not only will they pay you once at $1,000 every 7, but once those same people total 100, and some of them may have trickled away, we never know. But once those same people total 100, you're going to get a check for $10,000. So you didn't just get paid once when they gave you the 30, 30, 30, and then the 50, 50, 50. You didn't just get paid twice when they gave you the 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, 14 times. You got paid a third time when your team hit 100, based on those same people, and maybe a few new. The company's cut you a check for $10,000, and what's so beautiful is that check is unlimited. Now, when you go across stage at one of our conventions, and we'll have one, once this is all over, but they're going to give you a check like this. And what you do is you go across stage, right? And they call your name, you go across stage, and they actually hand you what they call the lottery size check, to celebrate you at the conference, right? But they send you in the mail a check that is, anywhere from $10,000 to $12,000. As a matter of fact, let me see who's on the line. I just want to introduce you to somebody. Let me see who I have on the line that is a $10,000 bonus earner that I can introduce you guys to. Let me just go through my list and see who. There she is, the beautiful Patrice Foxy. What's going on, Miss Foxy? Let me make sure I've unmuted your mic. Hold on one second. All right, Miss Foxy, if you would unmute your line, if you are in a place to talk, because I know this is a surprise. I did not tell you you'd be speaking tonight, but I'd love to have you just talk to the champions about what you do, what you and your bikers do. Now, I'm not able to unmute you, so you're gonna have to unmute it from your side, baby girl. But at any rate, she actually has a bikers group, and I hate to mess up what her group is called. Bikers to Bonuses, and then their team name is Fire, and it says for financial. I'm gonna tear it all to pieces. So hopefully she'll be able to come back to us. Hello.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Hey, darling, how are you?
I'm doing fabulous. Hope you are.
I am doing absolutely, positively, definitely wonderful. So I was talking to the champions about the unlimited $10,000 bonuses, and you are one of our most recent $10,000 bonus earners, but you didn't even get started like to have a business. You got started because you're always traveling, right?
That's correct.
Share with the champions. So that check, was it just $10,000 or was it more than $10,000? Why don't you tell the champions about that?
No, actually it was, it's funny that you asked that, because the check, they say it's a $10,000 bonus, but it was almost $14,600 and some odd dollars. So
wow.
I really was taken back, because normally when you are in a corporate America structure and they say that you get a bonus, and they may tell you that your bonus is $10,000. Well, by the time Uncle Sam takes his part and whatever other deductions you may have that come out of that check, you definitely don't even see that $10,000 amount. It normally comes to be something like $7,000 or $6,000, depending on what bracket you're in. So when I got the check, it was a great surprise, because here I was thinking it was going to be a $10,000 bonus and then minus whatever amounts that needed to be subtracted, and it ended up being $4,000, almost $5,000 more than what I had anticipated. So the check is definitely a lot more than the bonuses that they say they are, because you get a lot of other incentives that come with that from all the overrides. So it ended up being a great surprise.
Well, congratulations, and we know you are well on your way to your next one. Can you tell the champions what your biker, I know it's Bikers to Bonuses, but the Team Fire, what that stands for?
It's Bikers the Bonuses, and Team FIRE stands for Financially Independent Retiring Early.
Absolutely fantastic. So if you were, because you know, you work in corporate America and you understand, you probably have had some people that you know, or that are close to you that may be home, you know, right now because of the situation that we're in. And you are a leader in corporate America, and you're a leader, you know, with your bike community. What would you say to somebody looking at this particular business as an opportunity to kind of back themselves up during this particular time and moving through this time, actually?
This opportunity is one that definitely you can run beside your plan A. If your plan A is corporate America, you can certainly run it beside that. But what I would say to you is, it's an opportunity that you're going to always be in control of your career destiny as well as your financial destiny. So you no longer have to wait for someone to tell you how much money they feel as though your contribution is worth. And you no longer have to wait for someone to dictate the time that you may be given to spend with your relatives. The industry is quite lucrative, and it's one that is fun. With our mission now, truly healing nations with vacation, you can take this opportunity and do an abundance of things with. And I just love the fact that we have so many different arms of streams of income within one platform. So you don't have to go out and get a multitude of other options or other part-time gigs, sideline gigs, or whatever you want to call it, to run alongside what you have. The other beauty for those that don't work from home, I have the pleasure of having done that now 20 plus years, but I see so many people now on the scramble. A lot of companies are on the scramble trying to figure out how they can get their employees set up to telecommute. Some of us are just sitting back saying, wow, we saw this vision 20 years ago, that this was the way to go. Is if you are in an industry that allows people to work from home, this is great. But this platform that we have here that you're showcasing tonight, you can work from home every day of the week and make so much money from your own home. So I really, really, really like it. But as Coach JP mentioned, for those of you that are listening, I did not come in from a business perspective. The business part came a little later in my journey, as I wasn't even paying attention to it, because the flexibility and the work from home pieces that they were talking about, which are all marvelous, I already had that flexibility. But if you don't have it, this is a platform that can definitely put you in a different place. And if you are one of those people that are sitting back saying, I really don't know what the status of my job is going to be if this continues for weeks or a few more months, this is the time to jump in so that you can build your solid plan B. And you may be like some of the others that are within the platform and in the company that change out their plan A for this plan B opportunity.
Absolutely. You are so well spoken. I love you. I absolutely love listening to you. Thank you so very much for sharing, champions. That is Miss Patrice Foxy, doing amazing things, champions. And I'm sure we're getting pretty close to rounding third base on that $10,000 bonus. But so the company paid you 30, 30, 30, 50, 50, 50, 50, right? Then they paid you the $1,000 bonuses. And then when you got to 100, just like with Patrice, they cut you a check for $10,000, and in her case, almost $15,000, because everything we're showing you, we're lowballing it, really, right? We're not giving you like what can happen. We're just giving you like the real basics. But for those of you who are looking at this for the very first time, and you may have seen it in my Facebook post, that earn $50,000 from home, by you helping other people to be in business, who help other people to be in business, who help other people to be in business, and you actually acquire those 100 like Patrice did, but you do it in 100 days. The company will pay you an additional $25,000. I want you to watch this. I want you to pay attention to what has happened along the way. You earn 14 of those $1,000 bonuses, so that's $14,000, okay? And then along the way, it's about 2,000, and we don't even talk about the residual, Foxy, but with the residuals, it's a whole nother game, so I can't even compute that. But they're paying you $10 per person that you personally recruit every single month, but I'm not going to add that in. But when you got to that 100 people like Patrice, they cut you a check for anywhere between 10 to 10 to 12,000, because you'd probably be a regional builder like Valerie. But here's the thing. So that's $26,000. Well, champions, when they add the $25,000 to that, $5,000 a month for 5 months, that's a grand total of over $50,000. And when you go to convention, what the company is going to do is they're going to give you a check similar to this one, right? And this is, Letitia Nicole Beatty, this check. Myself, Nelson Consuelo Rojas Cruz, Leslie Johnson, Reese E. Hendricks, what's the other young? Michelle and Ophil Richardson. There are dozens of people that have actually earned that $50,000 bonus. And champions, Patrice and I, we don't share what we've done and coming from a bragging space. We share it to say that it can be done, and you can do it with this company if you choose to do the, what's the 4-letter word? Work. This doesn't happen because you wanted to. You go out and make this happen. Does that make sense? You let us help you go out and make this happen. So champions, we're looking for that next generation of directors. And as I round third base before I cover just briefly the product, you heard Foxy talk about it just moments ago, but our director program is phenomenal. This is the executive level. You know how a lot of us will work at a job and we're looking up and that's the CEO and, they get the company car or they get the vacations and the spa days or whatever the case may be. Our director program puts every one of those to shame. Let me talk to you about the first level of director with our platform. And what I love about it, family, is listen, the extra $10,000 was part of that or not money. The $25,000 is part of that or not money. And when you've got to director, yes, you've helped some people, but you didn't do all of this by yourself. But the company begins to pay you an extra $1,000 a month, whether you get out of bed or not, every single month on the 11th of the month when you're at level 1 director. Now here's what the owner, the CEO of the company said. He said right now it's anywhere between $1,500 to $2,500 extra per month because of the new money that I don't have time to go into. At level 2, now the company is going to award you a company card just like a CEO, but it's not going to be a Prius. It's going to be a Dodge Charger or a Dodge Challenger. You choose. They pay taxes, title, and licensing fees. They pay the property tax and give you anywhere from $2,000 to $4,000 a month to drive the car. This is or not money. Whether you do anything or not, the check comes on the 11th. Nice, right? See, what Patrice talked to you about is an income where you're in control. Because you build the income, it's an income that keeps generating and reproducing itself. Just like with Sir Richard Branson, just like with, Bill Gates, right? Just like with the general, Apple. They have their hands in multiple, Warren Buffett, they have their hands in multiple businesses that pay them multiple ways. Think about an athlete. Think of yourself as an athlete. Because you've endorsed this business over and over and over again around the world, now you've got multiple streams of income coming. And see, even though you're going to give back that first car when they give you the BMW, Mercedes, or Jaguar, that's going to be a car that they're going to title to you. They will put your name on it, right? That's your car. And whether you add a garage, buy another house like Rosa said, I don't know. But the beautiful thing is, champions, this is that $4,000 to $6,000 to $7,000 extra per month is money you don't have to go out and re-earn. The same kind of money that Warren Buffett has that just keeps churning and keeps paying is the kind of money that you're creating. And family, in order to ever be financially independent, where crisis doesn't hurt you, sickness doesn't hurt you, a family member needing you and you having to leave work to take care of a loved one doesn't hurt you, you've got to create an income that doesn't require you to physically be there every time you earn $1. Presidential, anywhere from $8,000 to $10,000. And again, besides the next slide I'm going to share with you, every single one of the levels that I'm telling you about, somebody in our company has already acquired it. As a matter of fact, Dr. Coakley talked about when he got to level 5 and he chose the Lamborghini, and the owners of the company went because they were going to be the ones writing the check for the car. And he got in a Lamborghini, not realizing that you have to step in, up and down into the car. And when he got ready to get out, they had to kind of pull him out. So he decided he didn't want all eyes on me that way. And he chose the 2-door Bentley. But isn't it cool that you can take 2 owners with you to go cut a check for a 2-door Bentley? And then guys at level 6, they've actually cut 6 of those $1 million cash bonuses. They give you $500,000 when you qualify for it, and $500,000 right before Uncle Sam comes a knocking, right? But either way, you're going to end up with anywhere from $600,000 to $700,000 depending on your tax bracket because of what the company has done. Now, the reason nobody's hit these two particular levels is because the company just introduced them. Now, what company out there is increasing what they're paying people, right? To the tune of $1 million motor coach, vacation home, or yacht, right? And then at level 8, you know what? $100,000 bonus every single month for 12 months for 10 years. Stupid. But I got to tell you, after I went through everything that I went through, champions, I wasn't prepared to believe that all of that was real. For me, I gone up and then got knocked back down, and I gone up again and then this time got slammed down. And I wasn't prepared to believe all of that. But what I could believe, I remember thinking, Rhonda, what I could believe was, I could believe, maybe $2,000 a month. But the interesting thing about $2,000 a month is that then you start thinking, you know what? Okay, now they're paying me $2, maybe I'm at $5, right? And like Dr. Coakley said, he said, okay, God, when he started making it $5,000, he started thinking to himself, he said, well, maybe I would like to have $10,000. My point is, you believe as much as you can believe. So I'm going to close out with this. Family, we offer 2 different travel packages, and the reason I am not covering it in great detail tonight is because nobody's booking travel right now. Yes, you'll have the opportunity in our travel and income package for $299 to own something called a Vortex and a travel agency. Great, but we're not going to use it right now. And then we have our what we call our top travel owners package, top, right, for $499. One-time fee, and that one includes all of that plus a membership and some reward credits and some other perks. And every year we're going to give you a free vacation, which we're all going to need about a year from now. But my point is, we're not worried about that right now. It's kind of like if you go into most restaurants right now, champions. If you go into most restaurants right now, they're not doing a full menu, some of them, and they're not letting diners eat in the restaurant. Because when things change, you change. And right now, Chipotle is not serving you in the restaurant. You can pick your food up, but then you got to go. I was in one restaurant today where they said, last night, Red Lobster, they said, the gentleman said, we're trying to get the menu. And the guy had something he had typed up and printed out. And he said, this is the only menu we're working from. Well, right now, the only menu we're working from is business opportunity. We want to show as many people as possible how to be in business for themselves and create some significant income right from home. So what should you do now? It's very simple. Get back with a person that invited you to this video, whether you see it from YouTube or whether you saw it on Facebook or whether you saw it live now or somebody sent you a link, however you see it. Get back with that person. And if you have any uncertainty in your life and you're just not sure what's going to, just like Foxy said, you're not sure if I miss 1 check or 2 or 5, what life is going to be like. You don't want to wait until you've missed and things are critical. You want to let us start helping you right now. So get back with that person and let them know. Get in where you fit in. Listen, it doesn't matter whether you pay $2.99 or you pay $4.99. We don't care. Right, $20 is going to make 20 extra bucks makes you an SBA, and we're able to start putting $1,000 bonuses and checks in your pocket as early as today's Tuesday. So as early as next week, depending on if you get started tonight or not. Right, so you don't have to wait and see. Why wait and see? I know he's talking about mailing out money, but ain't no telling what's going to happen. You cannot afford to wait and see what the government's going to do. You've got to take the initiative, as grandmother used to say, but God bless the child that has his own, and you got to go out there and you got to get it for yourself. Well, I'm scared to spend the $2.99 or the $4.99 because I don't know. Listen, it is better to do that and get started and let us put $1,000 bonus check in your pocket so you get your money right back than to hold on to the $4.99 and not plant that seed. This goes back to the, you know, the story of the talents where, you know, the guy with one just held it and buried it. So when the king came back, he'd have it to dig back up. But the, you know, the people with the, I think it was the 3 and 10, they invested. That this is what it's time to invest right now in your future, not just your immediate future, but your long-term future, because we will beat this thing. But my point is, champions, you can't wait. Right? That's called procrastination. And a lot of people are really right now, they're just paralyzed with fear. We want to unparalyze people. We want to help as many people as possible. We understand the same fear, but we're on a mission. We are army, a group of brothers and sisters, men and women that are on a mission to educate and employ, you know, self-employ as many people as possible. So there's no time like the present, as Grandma would say, and don't put off till tomorrow what you need to do today. And as Grandmother used to say, time waits for no one. It has been my absolute pleasure, along with my co-host, Ms. Rhonda Wise, and the beautiful Miss Patrice Johnson. It has been our absolute pleasure to share with you on this evening. So what I want to do now, guys, the webinar is officially over. I want to just see if there are any questions. If you're a guest on the line and you have any questions, feel free to put those in the chat or raise your hand, and then what I'll do is I'll unmute your microphone. Are there any questions out there that I can help anybody with? The book is called It's How Much You Keep That Counts, Not What You Make. That's what the book is called. It's How Much You Keep That Counts, not how much you make. And the reason for that is when you're in business for yourself, he goes on to say that when you're in business for yourself, there are 4 easy steps to qualifying a small or home-based business for tax breaks worth thousands of dollars in tax savings year after year after year. How to claim additional refunds on tax returns that you already filed. Not bad, right? He goes on to say that how you can convert dozens of non-deductible current expenses into fully tax-deductible business expenses because you own your own business. And so very, very good book that will provide you a lot of great information. Any other questions? Are we good? Is everybody good? All right, so get back with the person that invited you to this particular webinar. God bless each and every one of you. Let us help you help someone else, okay? That's what it's about, guys, coming together for a common goal, and that is to make sure nobody suffers financially through this crisis. Have an incredible rest of your evening, this particular webinar. Thank you very much, Mama Bridget. I know that's her because she says passionate daughter. I love talking to her. I really do. You guys have an incredible rest of your evening. This particular webinar is officially over. Thank you so very much, Ms. Patrice. You guys take care, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.